Yankovic in person. Well, I've known him for so long, I knew him before he was weird. Well, before he was Weird Al, anyway, people began calling him Weird Al because he's a little different. And he took that as a badge of honor. All I can say about that is, if more people were weird like him, wouldn't we have a much better world? Well, as you just heard, I first heard of Al with a homemade cassette in the mail, one of probably 20 or 25 that I got that week. It was not state of the art, but it was funny, the lyrics and the accordion and everything. And somehow, most importantly, he made that song really come alive on that cheap cassette recorder. Well, after he'd sent me a couple of more of those tapes, I was convinced he had a special talent and I wanted to meet him. So I invited him up to my live show on station KMET, and he showed up in a suit and tie, which for a high school kid in 1976 was almost as weird as having an accordion on your tape. Well, I soon found out that when the mic was off, he was very soft-spoken. Little shy, but obviously very intelligent. And that was even before I knew he was the valedictorian of his class. He told me he'd been listening to my show for a while, and he obviously heard a lot, learned a lot from listening to Spike Jones, Stan Freberg, Frank Zappa, and particularly Alan Sherman, whose song parodies were so very popular in the 1960s. You know, you don't often think of funny people as being perfectionists, but Al is one of the great perfectionists and a workaholic as well. He knows what he wants and he knows how to get it. He watches and then he figures out how to do it himself. And he's also very loyal to those he works with. He's had the same manager and the same band for about 35 years now. How many people in Hollywood can say that? And the people that he works with and his fans are extremely loyal to him. Look how many there are here. Many of the people here have come a very long way to be here today. And nowadays at his shows, you'll see those people with their kids and, yes, a few grandkids. Al has been doing this a long, long time. He's had a longer and more fruitful career than anyone else who's ever created and performed funny music, and no one's ever done it better. I'm very, very proud to be here and to say that this man's career began on the Dr. Demento show. Still on the air, by the way. DrDemento.com. Hey! New album, Dr. Demento, covered in punk, but I'm entirely here to salute the greatest, Weird Al Yankovic.